Check one. No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you've come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. If there's some kind of trouble or pain you're going through, know that you are not alone and someone cares for you. As an individualization of divine point of view, this door is open to you. This door is open. This door right here is open for you. This door is open to you. This door is open. I'm talking about this door. This door is open. I said this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white or gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you.
Good morning, Unity.
Good morning.
So happy to see your beautiful faces. We're going to sing a song of my soul. Please join us.
1, 2, 3,
There is a song in my soul. It sings, I am whole. Everywhere I go, it sings, I am whole. There is a song in my soul. It sings, I am whole. Everywhere I go, it sings, I am whole. 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 There is a song in my soul. It sings, I am healed. I take a breath and know that I am healed. There is a song in my soul. It sings, I am healed. I take a breath and know that I am healed. 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 There is a song in my heart. It sings, I am loved. It whispers in my ear that I am loved. There is a song in my heart. It sings, I am loved. It whispers in my ear that I am loved. 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 song in my soul. It sings I am whole. Everywhere I go, it sings I am whole. There is a song in my soul. It sings I am whole. Everywhere I go, it sings I am whole. 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 I am whole.
Oh, thank you, thank you. There is a song in my heart. It sings, I am loved. There is a song in my heart. It sings, I am whole. We welcome you this morning to Unity Spiritual Center of Portland as we hold these ideas and we allow them to move through our bodies, through our being. Whether you're here in this space or you're part of our virtual family, I just want to remind us that wherever we've come from, whatever has been going on in our lives this week, and I know there's just this myriad of stories, I want us to remember that we are all a part of the sacred story of humanity. And right now, we're being called to hold a larger story than we may be seeing around us, but it's there, it's within us. It is a part of who we are. I'm Reverend Lisa Davis. I am the senior minister here, and my pronouns are she and her, and we have an opportunity to, I believe, for me, I grew up going to Unity churches, I have to say, and I believe the luxury of coming together on Sunday morning and holding a space of I am whole is the greatest gift I've ever been given. The ability for us to look at each other and say, you are whole, you are loved, you have that essence within you is such a gift. You know, Rumi said, you are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. And I say that over and over and over again. You might say, what does that mean to me? I'm just part of something. No. You are not a drop by yourself in the ocean. You are the entire ocean, all of the essence of all of the pieces that make up one drop. Everything is in it. And that means everything is in you. Pure spirit, pure life, pure presence and power. Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is within you. That was his way as he looked at what he actually was talking about, his oneness with the stars and the essence of life. Buddha said there's a Buddha within you. It is that same movement. Every spiritual being, every spiritual teacher has shared these ideas. And so as we gather in just a moment, we're going to open in prayer. But I invite you to hold that space in your heart. Open your heart, open your being to a sacred remembering of the truth of who we are. So wherever you've been this week, whatever interesting journey you have been on, I just invite you to loose it, to let it go, and to know that you are the entire ocean. You are pure spirit within your being. Let's open our hearts and begin in prayer. And we just take that sacred breath, the divine moving in and through and as us now, opening. Here I am, infinite presence. Move through me. Remind me of the wholeness of my being and the wholeness of every being around me, everyone, everywhere. For those that are hurting, we hold a space of enough, of the very vibration of spirit moving through them, individually, collectively, globally. A world saying yes to each other, to the sacred journey that we walk, and to a knowing that a larger story is being birthed through us now. We hold that space for this knowing, for this evolutionary movement. And we say, here I am, infinite spirit. Vibrate as me now, remind me. For I know that I am love, I am life, I am presence. You are love, you are life, you are presence. And in this moment we say, thank you, infinite spirit. And so it is. Amen. And Beth is home. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. It's always good to go, but it's always good to come back home. Indeed. First of all, I have to give big thanks to everyone who supported me to go away, because it takes a village, I'm just saying. And I just want to thank all of you and the folks, Annette and Lori, who did announcements for when we're gone. So thank you. Thank you. All right. Now, prayer chaplains. We have a wonderful group of prayer chaplains who are here to pray with you each week, one-on-one, confidentially, following the service. And this week's prayer chaplains are Lisa and Patricia. Stand up, please. Yes, give them a hand. If you're not ready to pray in person, we have prayer requests in the backs of the chairs that you can fill out. You can drop them right here into the prayer box. We have Dial a Prayer, which is available to you each day with a new message that you can call. And of course, we invite you to join our guided meditations on Sunday mornings, 10:30 before the service in our chapel. So before I get started on some happenings, I want to say that there is someone who lives in the downtown area who needs a ride to services on Sunday. I'm not sure if there's anybody who might be able to help him out, but he's really missing being here. So come and see me after the services. This is something you think you could help us out with for a bit. Okay, well, I timed getting back pretty good because the ice cream socials today. Yes, what great planning. Anyway, today's the day we get to support the garden team. They keep our grounds beautiful, safe, fully functional. This fund supports, it keeps the garden equipment working, keeps the sprinkler system functioning, many other projects. If you haven't checked out the new Arbor Path, Red and Erasmo and Liz, beautiful job out there, keeping us safe. It's wonderful. So yeah, this is a very worthwhile and yummy opportunity to keep the beloved space that we all love and that our surrounding neighbors love. So today you get to enjoy ice cream of all kinds. No worries if you have a diet restriction. We have dairy-free. We have almost sugar-free. We cannot claim, however, that there are no calories. There are calories, but it's good calories. There's a suggested love offering of $10, so no one's turned away for lack of $10. You'll see Erasmo out at the table when you enter. Head out the back door and meet us in the garden after the service. And if you're really inspired, the garden team meets next Saturday at 9 a.m. if you want to come and lend a hand. I know they'd appreciate it. All right, Community Outreach Summer Project, Joy of Giving, is in full swing. Summer Project focuses on children in our surrounding community. We help out the Community Transitional School, Rose Haven Shelter for Women and Children, Project Lemonade, and Sleep in Heavenly Peace. There are a list of items that are needed on this form out on the lobby tables. Please donate new items only. And if you're one who doesn't like to shop, I know there's some of you, you can always donate to the community outreach, which is on the pull-down menu on the Breeze app or on our website, so you can do that as well. We have a lot of opportunities that support our surrounding communities. The other one's our Green Bag program. They're going to be delivering this coming Saturday. If it's something you have forgotten, you still have time. You can drop it off any day this week, Monday through Thursday. This is an every other month project. So the next food collection won't be until October. And if you're not a part of this, stop by that What You Can Do table and find out more about it. The Civics Book Study gets-togethers on Thursdays at 1. They have a new name for their group, and they have a new title of a book they're beginning. So the new name is Building a Better World Book Group, because that's what they want. That's what we all want to do, right? Build a better world. And the book that they will be beginning this Thursday is Giving Up is Unforgivable by Joyce Vance. So I really love that title. That's good. No book purchase required. Just stop in. They read a chapter. You'll discuss it. It's wonderful. Thursdays at 1. Let's see. Next Sunday, women's group meets following the service. They've been doing some cool stuff. They've been going on outings, and they have guest speakers every month. They're going to be meeting after the service next week. Very enriching and inspiring. Plan to join them. And then also next Sunday, the social action group will meet following the service, as it will be 85 days out from the midterm elections. They are mobilizing their forces. So if you're ready for change, join them next week. They will give you a list of things you can do to participate in that. All right, if it's your first time, welcome to our community. We have a wonderful group of folks here. We're glad you visited us today. We hope you received a welcome packet on your way in. If you didn't, now's your chance to get one. You can raise your hand. They'll come find you and give you one. There's a yellow card on the back. We'd like you to fill that out. This will get you on our email newsletter list that updates you on everything that's going on here. There's a QR code. If you know how to use a QR code, we encourage you to use it. Sometimes we can't always read handwriting, so that's a good thing. And there's a red rose on the front. We'd love you to put that on your name tag so we know who you are, can give you a warm welcome following the service. We invite you to Coffee and Connection, and we will have coffee and we will have connection, but we will also have ice cream, and it will be out in the garden. So we invite you to come and join us today. We're so glad you're here, and have a really great week. Thank you.
Thank you, Beth, so much. All right, and we do welcome all of you who are here for the first time or you haven't been here in a long time. It's such an important time for us to find places to anchor, to find places that remind us of who we are and to support us in that understanding and in building that connection and that realization. So wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. And we do believe every one of us is on a spiritual journey. If the words that you hear today work for you, I would encourage you to become a part. Every one of us, we're not individuals. We are interrelated. We are connected in a way that we may have been raised thinking, if I can just get this far, I'll be fine. But the truth is, that's not how life works. Instead, we are humanity, and we are creating our stories together. And as we do, finding places to anchor is one of the most important things we can do. So I'd encourage you to become a part. If the words that you hear today don't work for you, I would encourage you to continue seeking. Find some place that does say, I know who you are, that supports you, and that reminds you of that truth of your being. All right, we are going to stand and sing. For those of you who can, please join us, and we're starting out.
We're going to start with this. It's new to me, might be new to you. I feel the Spirit all around. It's super easy. The whole entire thing is, I feel the Spirit. So just sing that. Let's try it. Ready? And I feel the Spirit. And then we'll say, I feel the love, I feel the grace, joy. And you can take this throughout your week, and you can feel patience. You can feel whatever it is. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I feel the Spirit all around. I feel the Spirit all around. I feel the Spirit all around, all around. And we'll feel the Spirit again. I feel the Spirit all around. I feel the Spirit all around. I feel the Spirit all around, all around. And now the love. I feel the love all around. I feel the love all around. I feel the love all around, all around. And now the grace. I feel the grace all around. I feel the grace all around. I feel the grace all around, all around. And the joy. I feel the joy all around. I feel the joy all around. I feel the joy Spirit. I feel the Spirit all around. I feel the Spirit all around. I feel the Spirit all around, all around. I feel the Spirit all around. I feel the Spirit all around. I feel the Spirit all around, all around, all around, all around, all around. Good job. Very nice.
Oh, yes, and there is that one presence and one power all around us. And I just invite you to turn to those around you with a handshake, with a welcome, a namaste, a hug. Ask for it first if you'd like a hug, and welcome them here. Sometimes I wonder, this sacred journey of life, isn't it wonderful to get to say hello to those around us? It may not be, we have people who come on Sundays and say, do we have to hug? Just could we do, and then others say, I can't live without these hugs. It's what gets me through the week. And I realize that what we're doing is connecting, truly connecting with each other. And sometimes we don't have that gift throughout our week. And so in just a moment, as we spend some time in meditation, I want us to anchor to truly anchor this knowing. There is a foundational knowing that this presence and power, whatever we call it, whatever we look at with it, it is within us and it is the truth of our being. And so I just invite you to let go of all of this stuff and know that there is a divine intelligence moving through you now.
Born to love, we return to love. One love, one love. Born to love, we return to love. One love, one love. One love, one love, we return to love, we return to love, one love, one love, one love, one love.
As we relax our bodies and we turn that attention within to that sacred space, the movement of spirit as us now, we recognize that this divine intelligence moves through us. It sources us. And our opportunity in this moment is to breathe in an awareness, the awareness of the infinite. To know that our thoughts, our feelings, all move through us. And we have the choice to say, I am one with the infinite. Right here, right now. I am one. One presence, one power. Divine love. And I rest in that knowing. I am one with the infinite. In the silence. In the silence. With every breath, I remember. There is a cellular remembering that says, yes, I truly am one. And the divine ideas for all that I am to create, to allow to move through me, they are present and available right now. I am one. And with this awareness, the overflowing gratitude for this day, for this breath, for this moment reminds me that we are one. And I simply say, thank you, Infinite Spirit. And so it is. Amen.
Born to Thank you.
Wow, thank you, thank you. My mind is the flow of spirit. What a way to be able to breathe that through us. However, I have a question. Anybody feel like that all week? Was that what okay, we have a couple people who said, yes, I was able to hold that and to know it. You know, life right now is calling us to both allow things to fall away, and I don't think it's doing it in very pretty ways. And it's also, I believe, calling us to hold ideas and ways of knowing that we may have worked on for a lifetime or they may be completely new to us. But we're being asked to hold foundational ideas and things that will allow us to be a part of what I consider an evolutionary journey. Humanity is being asked to live a larger story. I say it every week, and I say it in my heart and my being every single day. Because we see things falling apart. And I don't know about you, I've talked about it before, but often I want it to be easy. And guess what? Evolutionary journeys are not. But we do still have a choice of how we travel. Now, one of the things I know is that we are living in a time of paradox, an age of paradox. I remember when that first started being talked about, I want to say in the 90s, and I'm looking at David Alexander. I don't know when it was, and he wasn't, I know, I'm a little older, and so I grew up in some of that stuff, and I know you did too, but this idea of paradox was a transformational one in the unity and the new thought and the religious science communities, when it was like, wait a minute, a paradox, what does that mean? It means this is true and this is true. And it actually rocked the new thought world. Because, wait a minute, there's one presence and one power. And that is absolutely true. But what's fascinating about life is that this is and this is. So we're being asked to hold a larger story. And in that, we see falling away. We see a breaking open. You could call it, they talk about the chaos theory. That literally, when an organization, when an entity, when a country, when a body it's in this space and it's vibrating right here, for it to go to a higher level and evolve, everything has to fall apart, and it will reshape at a higher form. So we have, this is true, this idea of one presence and one power. And then we have the idea and the falling away, which we're being asked to do because we were raised with some really interesting ideas. And that means that there is one presence, one power. It's pure love, it's pure life, it's pure presence. We sing about it. We invite people to know it. And I believe it is the foundation and the core of our being. And then there's all this stuff. And it can tear us apart. And many times we say, I just want to get out of the stuff and over here. And can I just live here? And on one level, yes. But on the other level, no. Because we've required life to look a certain way. And we've had privilege to move through there. And so we get to hold both. And my desire is that every one of us is able to hold both. And you might say, nope, I'm not going to. I don't know, but I've been finding that life is saying, oh, honey, let me help you then. And it is showing us, every one of us has something in our world right now that we're being asked to hold the truth, and we're being asked to allow to fall away and to show up to see what's actually there. And that means, wait a minute, they shouldn't do this, and that's true. But what about, who am I in this? How am I supposed to show up? Life is asking us to look at how we show up and to say again and again and again, what's mine to do? Every one of us is a part of the evolutionary journey. We may not have been told from birth that we are whole, infinite, and complete, and I know many were not, and we were taught very different things. But we're being asked to learn a higher truth about ourselves, to allow all these pieces to fall away, and then to say, how am I to show up in this place? And your showing up is different than your showing up. And every one of us has different places to hold and to know. But we have to, first of all, understand that principle of truth. We have to understand the truth of who we are. You know, Jesus said it this way. He talked about, remember where we build our house? We can build it on sand or we can build it on rock. Now, some of you have grown up with the Bible used against you, and it's mostly a tradition that it doesn't teach the teachings of Jesus. It talks about the dogma and the pieces and who you should be, and unfortunately, who you are not, and all of the other pieces. But this idea of Jesus, I grew up in unity. I grew up in New Thought. And the idea is that Jesus was a being, just like all of us, who took the spiritual principles and lived them. So I grew up with a Jesus that was a way shower. I grew up with an idea, and I'm inviting you into it because part of the sandy spaces that many, many in this country were taught is that I'm a sinner and I'm not worthy. How many grew up with any foundation of that? Many, many did. What would happen if we shifted that? And we shifted it to a place. So he spoke in allegories, in teaching stories, to not build our foundation on something that falls away. And if we think we're not worthy and we think that we don't have what we need or that we're not a part of the answer because we don't have all of our stuff together, we forgot where we put it, or maybe we didn't even get it all. That's what some of us were told. The truth is, every one of us is a part. We're a part of this quantum essence. We have the whole within us. And part of that journey is getting a foundational knowing of who we are so that we can begin and continue expanding that truth of our being and finding out what's ours to do in the world around us. And sometimes it shifts. You're going to get another update on my story. It's a fabulous one right now. I am loving it. I am in a house, which I told you last week. It is a wonderful place to be. I cannot tell you what that does for me. We ended up, Sunday, I went home. There were boxes everywhere. I am so grateful that Erasmo and his son helped me move in. I went to Ashland for the week to celebrate my sister's birthday. And do you know, those boxes were still there when I got home last night? Every one of them. They were all there. There was cat litter, so the cat litter has not left, and on the couch. And I just thought, okay, God, we're starting here. But our life, like I got to put on hold walking the Camino this year and all these stories and all these things that I had decided this is what life is going to look like. You know what it asked me then? Because I keep saying, what is this asking of me? And I think that's a question we need to ask ourselves. The first thing I know is, where is my foundation? Because if I had to be over here to be happy, then it is not going to be a very fun ride. And if we have to have life looking the way we want it to look, it is going to be a rough, rough journey. But what if instead we found that foundational strength of knowing, first of all, there is a presence and a power that will take us wherever we need to go. And it's going to teach us, and it's going to hold us, and it's going to help us know. And so right now, a lot of my journey is just being present, unpacking boxes, touching the world around me in the best ways I can, and staying right where I am. And every time I try to put together a trip to use some of these tickets that I have and all these other things, the universe says, nah, you're not doing that. And so I'm just like, all right, God, I am here. We are present and available. What can we do? The universe is asking something of you. The universe is saying, who are you within this? And so my first invitation is always find the foundation. It doesn't mean we go throughout life without pain, which in that allegory, by the way, you know, this whole thing was that it said when the storms came, the house on the sand, of course, was washed away, and the house on the rock stood strong. It didn't say if there are any storms, or for those who prayed enough, there were no storms. It just said when the storms come. That's the journey of life. I do believe that our thoughts make a huge difference. But sometimes we were raised with the idea of if I pray enough, everything will go exactly as I want it to. It doesn't, because the universe has a larger idea. It has an idea that we are whole, that we are a part of something more. And where humanity is being called right now is something that I don't even know we can hold and believe in. Yet, I believe I can believe in it. I can hold it. But I don't know exactly what it is, but I know we're all a part. And you might say, what part do I play? And I have no permission for this, so I'm hoping that people love me, but June Campbell, when I started working here, they had a note. This was 20 years ago. There was a note of hers from an offering in 1960, I want to say 8, that was blessing this building and this space and thanking. And you have lived a life and a journey that has continued to bless and to hold and to be that space. And so you hold a space. It'd be real easy to say, well, I'm not this, or I'm not this, or I'm not this. But what if the foundation is a knowing? And by our very being, we're touching the people we're meant to touch. And Spirit says, have the courage to live who you are. And that means to speak out when we're called to speak out, to be who we are called to be. And when we do, we find we're holding something very different. We're holding a part of what it is. Reverend Curdy is going to do the service. I believe it's next week. It is next week. And what you may not know about Reverend Curdy, besides the work she does here, she is the president of the South Central region of Unity Churches, and she also is the instructor for Unity's prison ministry and the whole program that is taught, and has been fundamental in getting that off the ground. And now they're repeating it, and they're continuing to do that, so this New Thought message can go into these places and these spaces. And you're holding a space that I don't think you even asked for, but it showed up on your doorstep and said, here we are, this is what's to be done. And so we begin holding a space, and we might think, I'd rather be over there. I would really right now rather be in this place or this place or this place. Anybody done that this week? There have to be a few that say, couldn't I be over there? And currently, sometimes I look at mine and I'm like, does it really have to have cat litter in it? Is this really a necessity for my spiritual growth? And I went over last night and I thought, okay, I just wiped it off the couch and I just sat down and I thought, thank you, God, for a couch. I haven't had a couch in quite a while because the hotel rooms don't have a lot of different things like that. And so I realized that is part of my journey and it's where it needs to be. We're so fortunate to have Reverend David Alexander here, and I'm talking about you. I hope, life is here. But he's being asked to hold a space in New Thought that I haven't seen before. And that is pushing all of us to say, wait a minute, New Thought is more than just positive thoughts. It's breaking down othering. It's breaking down pieces and holding pieces for humanity that we may not have held yet. And by the way, you'll hear him the end of August and September. He's doing a couple weeks there. And we've got other people coming in. We have a lineup. I won't be here for the month of August other than this Sunday. And then I will be here in September. But we have speakers coming from all over that are the best lineup of speakers I've ever seen in this community in literally a 7-week period. So I'd encourage you to be a part. But David's holding a place that isn't easy because there's no guidelines for how to do it. Anybody in their life holding a place right now, and it doesn't have to be something that can be identified. Okay, there are no guidelines. What do I do? I believe the number one thing we can do is hold the strongest foundation we need to hold. And sometimes we say, no, it's not going to work out. And we've just gone back to that sandy place where life is moving really fast. The truth is, we're going to go through this time. It is not easy. Right now, I see the fires that are present in Oregon. I see the lives and the laws and the things that are just, I just think, how did I get to this place? What I know is that every one of us is a part of this evolutionary journey, and we hold a space. We hold a space that literally, if we will have the courage to simply hold that space, and that's the truth that we know, and then to let everything else that comes up and rocks that boat, let it fall apart. Let it do what it needs to do and ask yourself, Spirit, what are you teaching me? What am I to know? Because when I do, I begin finding something larger and something more. And that's where this idea comes through. You know, Charles Fillmore taught that every human being carries within them the divine presence. He called it the Christ presence. And he said that's the rock we build our church on. And of course, Unity was in the Midwest. It was in a Bible Belt. Their lives were regularly threatened because they had a view of a spiritual message from the wisdom texts of the world, and that it wasn't just one way. But that idea, we have built our identity and the beliefs about ourselves on sand, most of us. I'm not enough. I'm not there. I'm not this. And I find now that paradox is I have to live a higher truth and I have to stand in the place I am. Before, you could just go and work on truth. Anybody remember that? You could work on yourself. You could work on your truth. You had it had to do with privilege. I know that. It had to do with a lot of things. But now we're working on the caste class. And let me tell you, it breaks open ideas. And it breaks open just understandings. And how do we do that? This week I had the joy of being at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival. And they do cutting edge plays. They don't just do Shakespeare. They do cutting-edge plays. And seeing how they're done and breaking open ideas are ones that, to me, is such a blessing. But I want to talk about, so what do we do first? How do we hold that idea? You know, Pema Chardon in The American Buddhist Nun, in her book, The Places That Scare You, and the tagline is, A Guide to Fearlessness in Difficult Times. She starts that book out with a story of what she considers that realization to her. And she said when she was almost 6 years old, she received the essential bodhicitta teaching from an old woman sitting in the sun. And I was walking by her house one day feeling lonely, unloved, and mad, kicking anything I could find. And laughing, she said to me, little girl, don't you go letting life harden your heart. Right there, I received this instruction. We can let the circumstances of our lives harden us so that we become increasingly resentful and afraid, or we can let them soften us and make us kinder and more open to what scares us. We always have the choice. Right now, in this country, it'd be really easy to get very angry and very hard. But that's not the answer. Instead, it's go inside. Let it break us open. Let it fall, whatever it is, and then say, how do I stand in something larger? How do I know something more? And that requires us to learn to listen to a voice within. Howard Thurman said, there is something in every one of you that waits and listens for the sound of the genuine in yourself. I can tell you this, putting yourself down or putting life down right now is not the sound of the genuine. We might think it is, and there's times when I'm frustrated and I'm just sitting there railing about cat litter. But it is not the sound of the genuine in me. Because the genuine knows I came to love. I came to touch lives around me. I came to love myself. I came to love others. I came to be a part of something more. So that's the part of me that has the courage to get up and go across the room and say, you don't know me, but I just have a question. How are you? What's your journey? What's happening in your world? To touch another life, to remember my life is a part of their life. And just maybe the part that we're learning when we touch another life, even when we think, oh, I'm serving, they're the ones serving us. But what it does is teach us something more. Because we're all finding that we're a part of that something more. So how do we listen within? How do we begin letting that still, small voice? And if you remember in the Old Testament, which Charles Fillmore always believed, and one of the things he taught in the metaphysics of the Bible, is that the Bible shows an evolution in consciousness. And you might say, it doesn't to me. If you go back and you look at the spiritual meaning of what these ideas are, it shows the evolution of humanity's consciousness. And it starts with just simply, let there be light. and it moves. But there are prophets that show up. And there will be prophets in every age. They aren't always respected. They're not always listened to, but they are there, and eventually people listen and follow. And sometimes we're waiting for the prophets. But this whole story happens within you. There's a prophet in you. And if we get quiet and listen, it will vibrate. It will tell us what we're to do. But with these prophets, Elijah and Elisha, which again are the evolution of consciousness, of moving into a more divine, a higher consciousness each time. At first, they found God in the wars and in the winning and all of these different things that happened. And then gradually, God wasn't in the war. God isn't in this, not in this. God was in the wind, the still, small voice, when you have to take the courage to step out of the safety zone we've made and say, I am. I am that I am. There is a foundation in me that is part of the foundation of the divine. And I will stand in this place and know that. And there is a genuine. It is a genuine vibration. It is a genuine knowing. And we have the ability to anchor it. But how do we do it? I want to just do this real quickly. First of all, and I loved it, Marvin Anderson, one of the old Unity teachers years and years before I was ever there, he said the first thing you got to do is plug in your power cord. He said most of us unplug it and we let somebody else have our power. We have believed that there's so much horrible things happening, I can't do anything about it. But the truth is, the divine in me, can stand on that rock, on that solid place of knowing, and I can build and know the truth of who I am. And then I can touch another life with that. But your power cord is literally, it's plugged into the knowing that you have about yourself. So one of the first things I believe that we get to do, and it used to be you could do it and that would be your practice for 10 years. Now, it's every other minute. And then you live your life. It's plug in that power. Know the truth of who you are. Do you have a statement that says, I am a creation of the infinite? I have come with a mighty purpose to do that which is mine to do with love, with wholeness. I am a part of humanity. I am a part of the larger story. I am a part. And every being I see is a part of that. So the first thing is plugging in your power cord. My daughter got me up this morning, and I can't say I got up early. And she said, you're supposed to be up now. And I said, I'm meditating. And she looks at me laying down. And I said, it's a long story, but I have to finish this. And I was doing my 12 powers. And I said, I haven't done power yet. I have to know. And this is if you grew up in Centers for Spiritual Living or some of the other ones, you may not be familiar with the 12 powers. But the basic idea is that we have the divine in us, and it shows up as power, pure power. It shows up as a vibration, not power over. It is the divine idea of power in the universe. We have love in us, and it shows up. We have the very vibration, the emotional, that's not the right word, the very foundational idea of love within us. And we connect to those. And when we do, and he said, when you connect to these in your being and you live from there, then you live from the divine. You live from a larger picture. You live from a possibility. And so we might think, I just got to get through my week. I actually believe that getting through our week is the paradox of breathe in the truth of my being. Sit in this moment and say, Spirit, what would you have me know? And sometimes it's just crying for what isn't the way I know humanity can hold and be. And yet I am still love. In the midst of this, I am love. In the midst of this, I am whole. In the midst of this, I have power. And that power with means I have the ability to hold an idea and to say words that are larger than what's appearing around me. Your journey requires us to plug in our power cord, to listen to that still small voice. It's not the one you were trained with that just says, oh, this is how life is. This is who they are. This is what this is. It's the one that says there's more. And it calls us to a place in our life that may just look like all I do is have a few friends and I talk to a few people and I hold this space. This week, look at the space you're holding and ask yourself, what if I held love as this space and I saw the divine in every being around me? What if I stood and said my truth right here? That might scare me, but I realized I was more than any of the rest of it. We get to plug in our power cord. We get to listen to that still small voice. And we get to hold foundational ideas that remind us we're a part of the wholeness of this universe. And we have a humanity to connect with because that's the outcome of a foundation that is on a solid truth. We are love. We are interconnected. And there's a world to love this week. Thank you. All right. And Susan, thank you for this beautiful music and this space. All of you, our wonderful musicians, we are so blessed with that. We have the opportunity now to receive our gifts. We believe that, again, we live in a world of consciousness, which means there actually is enough for all of humanity. And we may not be seeing it out there, but we get to hold that idea and be a part of circulating and holding something before it is present and visible. And so what mine is taken out automatically. So if you have that in your journey also, these postcards are out there. I put it in the offering as a reminder that we are a part of this circulation for all of humanity. And so I just invite you to hold your gifts in your hands. There's a card in the seat in front of you in different ways that if you'd like to give, we would appreciate that. We believe that this message is one that is valuable and important to share. And then we're going to say our blessing together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Can I give that?
Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything.
I don't think we have any kids up here yet. However, we will in just a moment. All right. As we hold this space for ourselves, I just want to remind us that if we think the space isn't ours to hold, I'd invite you to look again and just say, what if this is the space? Because sometimes we say it's not me. You know, this last Sunday, Drew and Phoenix held a space up here for us during our Pride service. And I want to thank you both for having the courage to step into that. I think it was, and Jamie did. And thank you, because Jamie was a part of holding a space for our Pride booth also. But what I remembered as I sat there was I remember about a decade ago, Drew saying, I'm not getting up there. And, and I looked at the brilliance that shared with us, and I thought, wow, life has its own way with us, even when we don't plan on it and don't want it to. And you know, it will teach us, it will take us where we are to go, even if we can't see it. And that's what I'm realizing is we're holding a space that might be really difficult right now. But anybody holding a space that is difficult right now? The universe has a perfect plan for that space. And you might think, I don't have a space I'm holding. I would invite you to honor the space you're holding and know it's vital for this universe. And then ask yourself, what is it calling me to know, to do, and to be? Because it's all there, and we're a part of it. And we have that with each other. We have it with humanity, and it is present and available. We will be outside. Do we have any kids? We'll be outside today. I hope you all stay for our ice cream social. Sometimes we just come in, we run and say, oh, it's safer that way. I'm just going to go out. The truth is, life is saying, don't be safe. Talk to people, find people. I did this the whole time at the Shakespeare Festival, and I had a woman come up to me and she said, why are you so friendly to me? And I said, we're sitting here for a half an hour before we could even get in the doors. And so I wanted to find out who you were. And she just looked at me and said, I didn't know people did that anymore today. And I said, well, they do. And her story was exactly what I needed in that moment. And she didn't know that the space she was holding blessed me in a way that I just didn't realize. So don't ever think that your story isn't holding a space and teaching, that your being isn't. In just a moment, we do have kids, and we're going to sing them in, but realize they may not understand the sacred space they're holding, but we can hold it for them and know it for them. And so as they come in, I just invite you to encircle this room in absolute love. The love that is in your being will touch the love in their being, and it will remind them of the truth of who they are. So let's sing our kids in.
You are the star of the morning. You are heaven smiling at us. You're God's gift of tomorrow. Oh, how we love you. Oh, how we love you. You are the star of the morning. You are heaven smiling at us. You're God's gift of tomorrow. Oh, how we love you. Oh, how we love you.
Hi, sweetie. We're a little strange the first time you come in, I know. We're so glad you're with us today.
Where's Dad? He can come stand with her. Dad, there he is. And this is a new friend. This is their first week. So she did really good. She only cried a little bit.
Thank you. And then we all get together.
My name is Savannah, and we were learning about understanding And so we played some games, and it was really fun, and we had to learn by the rules.
Yeah, doing outside rules till we can learn what our inside understanding is. We have to start on the outside first. So what was the game we played?
Well, we played Slapjack, and we played Ants in Our Pants.
Hello, everyone. So, next weekend, the YOU will be gone because we are going to be at our summer camp called Rendezvous, which is an event me and my other co-regis have been planning for a few months now. Yeah, and I'm really excited because this is my final event, and it's my last hurrah. So it's the event I planned, and my last event for a lot of us. And yeah, it's gonna be great. Our theme is Be Your Own Star. So, yep, that's my plan for this next weekend. Is I'm going to be my own star and transition out of YOU and into my adult life. So yeah.
We love you just the way you are. You don't have to talk for us. Sometimes we push, but thank you, all of you. All right, we're going to hold that space because we hold a space together also, and that is an intention for peace.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
All right. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. We're going to close with our unity prayer, and then we will still sing our youth out so they can get back to their classroom safely. And so we say, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Have a love-filled week. If you notice, our kids make that strong.
I'm gonna move to the light. I'm gonna speak of the light. I'm gonna sing with the light. I'm gonna dance in the light. When I choose to remember that Spirit is all, I rejoice and give praise and shine in the light. I'm gonna move to the light. I'm gonna speak of the light. I'm gonna sing with the light. I'm gonna dance in the light. When I choose to remember that Spirit is all, I rejoice and give praise and shine in the light. When I choose to remember